So I just tried to record this and it wouldn't record the sound. So, oh, hi. So there was obviously some technical interference. So there may be a lot of interference in your life right now. There may be a lot of background noise and it may be quite chaotic, or there could be a lot of interference when it comes to technology for you. Maybe you're noticing a lot of technological interferences, glitches, um, yeah, certain things around technology possibly. Um, but I was standing outside this morning and I was grounding and I was talking to Spirit, talking to Waidua, and I just asked, what is it that the collective needed to hear today? And as I said that, I heard the words walk and trust. And so as I did that, I felt the need to look down at my feet as I was walking along the grass. And I started to take really intentional steps along the grass, and all I could see was each foot just placing itself on the ground. And it was extremely intentional because I was very particular about my placement of where I was walking. Not like I was walking on eggshells, but it's almost like I was slowly just trying to lean more into trusting the steps I was taking. And as I did that, I ended up at the path of tiles that is in my backyard. And those set of tiles leads in two different directions. So one direction leads to the driveway and one direction leads to the greenhouse. And so this is what that message is about today. It's about walking forward intentionally and trusting in the path that you are walking right now. For whoever this is for, I feel like you're at a crossroads right now. And that crossroads is providing you with two directions. And I think you're in this space of trying to decide which one is the right one for you to take. And Spirit, why do I want you to know that whatever path you take is correct for you? Whatever path you choose to take is appropriate. I don't see, when I feel like we're presented with these opportunities or these decisions, I never see them as this one's right and this one's wrong. I see them more so as this is the path of least resistance, this is the path of most resistance. But not right or wrong, both of them are still right. And I think that that's how Spirit wants you to view this particular decision in your life right now, is seeing that both of these paths that you are being presented with are appropriate for you, and they will lead you to the same destination. This path for you right now is really about you learning to trust in your intuition, in Spirit, and whoever it is for you that guides you, who you feel is the space that guides you. And you'll know if this resonates because you've always been curious about this space. Like you've always been curious about the universe, about maybe whether it's God, whether it's angels, whether it's tupuna. You've always had this curiosity about spiritual aspects and wanting to lean more into it. I'm also getting this, like, it's not fear, but it's like this nervousness, not anxiety, because it's not like intense and overly overpowering, but it's like this nervousness to dive deeper into it. And I'm getting that that's because of the people that are maybe in your space currently, but also this topic may not have been very openly accepted and spoken about growing up for you. And that's okay, because that's something you needed to experience along your path in remembering yourself. And I think that what I'm feeling is that this crossroads that you are at right now is about you wanting to dive deeper into that space for yourself, because a part of you doesn't genuinely feel completely and wholly yourself. Like, you are whole. I don't ever believe that we're not whole. But I think for you, you've got this feeling of like, if I don't discover more, if I don't dive deeper into this space within myself, I don't genuinely feel like I will be happy. And I honestly think that that is beautiful, because our intuition, our spirit is a part of who we are. And if you're a feminine, then it is a massive part of who you are. And I'm not saying for masculines that they don't have intuition. They do, they very well do. But it is heightened in feminines. Because for masculines, their domain is physical realms. For us as feminines, we lead spiritually. For the masculines, or for Tane, they lead in our physical realms. And so as a collective, take what resonates from this, because I'm getting evenly, masculine, feminine energy that this could be for. But I heavily feel like you're about to be stepping into this path of like spiritual evolution for yourself. And at the moment, you've been given these two paths to choose from, and neither one of them are wrong. But what I am hearing is choose the path of least resistance. If you're at this crossroads right now, it's asking you to go internally and trust in your intuition and have faith in your intuition, have faith in spirit, have trust in that unknown, as scary as it can be, and choose the path that feels like least resistance to you. Both paths lead to the same outcome eventually. How you get there will be different. So you will experience different experiences, challenges, and opportunities along either one of these paths, but they will eventually end up where you were meant to be. I'm getting like a lot of tension in my head, and that's telling me that you potentially overthink a lot. And they're saying that that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that you overthink. It's a very normal human experience. I don't know why they asked me to say it like that, but it is a very normal human experience to overthink in the mind and the ego. But being in that space and being in the space where you are overthinking a lot is because there's a disconnection of trust with your inner compass, with your intuition, with your whatumanua, with spirit, with wairua. And so this path is going to be teaching you all about it. What you are stepping into right now is this spiritual evolution in a whole new way for yourself. Like, you might be someone that's experienced things spiritually here and there, But this is like taking it to another level for you specifically. And they want you to go with it. They genuinely want you to go down this path and trust in it. I think for you, with this overthinking, is a part of you might be sitting in this space where you're like, but if I go left, that might be wrong. And if I go right, it might be wrong. And this is why they're trying to reiterate the message that neither one of those paths is wrong for you. You're going to learn what you need to learn down either of those paths. And it's not even saying that one is going to be easier than the other. It's saying that you're going to face different challenges along the path that you face. Something is coming up around that nervousness of what people will think. Like there is this nervousness of maybe the people that currently surround you and what they're going to think of you. Maybe also some form of nervousness around leaving those people behind. When you evolve spiritually, one thing I will say is that it can be very lonely. You can feel very misunderstood. You can feel very alone as you walk this path. Because what you're essentially doing is you're raising your vibration, you're raising your frequency, you're raising your level of self-awareness. You are evolving to a higher level of consciousness. And not everybody is on the same path at the same time, right? We're all on our own individual paths at the time that we are meant to be. And so sometimes that means that when we are evolving in ways, certain people in our life will be removed. And I'm heavily like, if I'm feeling like they really want you to understand that. Is like, understand that that is okay. And flow with it. I'm hearing that korero, that conversation about, people come into our life for a season, a lifetime, or as a lesson. And they want you to really remember that in this time, as people are being removed from your space. This potentially could be quite hard for you, because I'm seeing that some of the people that surround you have been in your life for a really long time, and it's giving me kind of the energy that these some of these people you thought would be like your forever tribe. But I also think that you've probably had conversations, or you've started to notice that the more that you try and dive deeper into this curiosity that you have within your spirituality, that it doesn't vibe with them in the same way. Like maybe conversations get cut short, they're not really paying attention to what you're saying, or there's no depth to the conversation when you're trying to go in depth about it. And that's okay. And they want you to know that that's okay. And they want you to understand that that is just their path, where they are at. And it's okay that they don't understand you. There are so many butterflies around me right now. If that doesn't give you spiritual evolution, I don't know what does. Metamorphosis, transformation. But they seriously want you to remember that as you walk this next phase in your life, is that some come for a season, some come for a lifetime, and others only come to teach us lessons. And all of those are okay. They also want me to say, like, allow yourself to grieve. Like, when you go through the process of these people being removed from your life, because you're shedding, right? if you start to shed energetically and you start to evolve energetically, then you are also going to start shedding in your physical space. Like your physical environment is also going to start shedding. There are so many butterflies distracting me.